All right, guys. So I'm gonna try to go through this pretty quickly. What we have here now, it is an iPhone with the famous touch disease. The best way to usually tell is you can see that line up at the top, that kind of going up and down, and then usually as you flex the phone, you'll see that drop. So most people usually end up thinking it's the screen, that just needs to be swapped out, whatever. But in this case, it's not the LCD. It is the touch IC that controls the touch on the phone. It's gone now. After I flex it a couple of times, it disappeared. Usually it will come back if you flex it a certain way. But anyways, let's get to it. Let me see if it'll let me turn this phone off. Yep, let's disable that. But anyways, let's see if we can get to this fairly quickly without going too much into detail. As I mentioned, it is a very common issue, and most people, when they first see it, they think it's going to be the screen, as I initially thought myself a couple of years back, only to find out that it's not the screen. And this screen even has a couple of cracks. It's got a crack down there, and then it's got another crack up at the top. Hard to focus. Yeah, there it is. So most people would automatically think, oh, well, you got a couple of cracks. Your problem is going to be with the LCD, which is exactly what they told this customer, that they could replace the screen for him. Again, somebody who's seen this and knows exactly what it is would know that replacing the LCD is not going to fix the problem, meaning they would have, replaced the screen, and customer would have ended up coming back because the problem would have still been there, and then they would have probably tried to say it's something else or blame it on something, and still, customer usually ends up losing on that part from what I've seen. But thankfully, it's not going to be that way. Again, very straightforward repair. I thought I would try to do this for you guys on camera. And hopefully I don't run into any issues because I have in the past. Let me actually check here something too. Let's go with that. I need to put this down, and I'm actually trying to figure. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Logitech. I need to change the focus on this thing. Configure video focus. I don't want autofocus. There you go. Save that. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We haven't lost the other one? No, we're still good on the other one. So anyways, first things first, pull the motherboard out. As I mentioned, I'm going to try to go through this quick, but still be efficient, if that makes any sense. So first things first, get the motherboard out of the housing. And this problem is only on the iPhone 6 Plus, not the 6S Plus. So if you have a 6S Plus, you're pretty much safe from this disease, as they call it, touch disease. If you're not familiar with it, if you just Google iPhone 6 Plus touch disease, you'll be able to find everything about it, which is not much, honestly. It's just simply a very flaw in the design, that where you happen to bend your phone, there's an IC chip that pretty much ends up bending and losing contact with the board, and in most cases, it actually rips the pad off from the actual from the motherboard. So as you flex the board, you'll see that it goes and comes back because you're making that connection on and off. So that's pretty much what happens. Let me go ahead and pull this SIM tray out. Put that back out. Put that back out. Disconnect the antenna from over here. And yeah, I think I'm still going to have to take that screw off from this side. Got it. Let's see if this thing will come out now. Nope. I still gonna have to take that last one off. And now we should be able to get it out. And then we still got another antenna down here. Just connect that. Alright, so we move that to the side. And let's go ahead and heat this up real quick. And I will show you guys in a minute where the Touch IC. In the meantime, it's ZXW open. It is not open. Why isn't ZXW open? Give me a second. I will put it up for you. There it is. Okay, so in the meantime, let me go ahead and pull up the schematic and the diagram for the 6 Plus, and it crashed. Great. You gotta love technology sometimes. That's okay. I'm trying to see in the meantime, see if I can boot this up. In the meantime, that's warming up the board. 2-in-1 process. It works out. And where did CXW go? I don't know. My shortcut disappeared. Okay, we'll launch it from over here. No biggie. And maybe that will work. Great. It does not want to function today. Of course. Why would it function? Let me say ZXW. Where you at? I don't see it. I wonder if like my antivirus is picking it up as a freaking virus, and I think it is. That is ridiculous. That's why I don't like antivirus. Who installed you? Give me a quick second. See if I can disable this darn virus protector. I don't even know why it's here. I didn't activate it. I want to see what it's removed. Threats fixed. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Give me a second. Date scan. Update. Can you show me what it found? Activity report. Nope. Why can't it show me what it... Oh, this is annoying. This stupid thing crashed. That's why I don't like antiviruses. Not now. Manage passwords, cancel viruses, update my app, remove, protect, privacy, PC security, quarantine. I don't want. Can you show me what you quarantine? There's not a vault or anything. Okay, so we're gonna skip this. Let's go back down here. Is it still warm? Still pretty warm. And I'm actually doing this on my lunch break. Oh, and actually it's crazy because it looks like somebody poked around here already, which is strange. But let's do this real quick. Alright. So that's that. Let's turn the fume extractor since I'm not trying to get cancer. let's just see where this fellow's at. And where are you at? Okay, I need to get ZXW to look at something real quick. Give me a second. What happened to ZXW? ZXW, is it still showing the other one? No. Let me locate my antivirus. Turn that off real quick. I swear, McAfee. I need to shut you down. Quick scan, view my account. I need to disable this. I don't know. I need you off. General settings. You know what? I'm just gonna uninstall it. I don't even know how this machine came with McAfee. It wasn't my choice. Uninstall. Remove all files from program. I don't want to reinstall it. Remove, I don't care about my active subscription. Okay. Desktop. I don't know if I have here. Let's see, we can video capture, window capture. Let's just put window capture. Yeah, see, there you go. I'm uninstalling this thing for the meantime. Can I make it bigger? Alright, so we're just waiting for this thing to really quickly uninstall. My ZXW window crash. I still got this here. I still got that there. Let's add this window here in the meantime. Hey, there you go. So when that finishes uninstalling, we will resume. I got lost in here. Where in the world? What's my touch IC? So let me put that down for a second. Man, this thing's taking forever to uninstall. So let's try something else while that's uninstalling. Okay, because that's uninstalling already, so that's a good thing. Let's go to register, server, blah, 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 desktop. Is it this one? This video turned to crap. Sorry, people. What I try to do quick turned into a nightmare. Okay, so let me see what account setting is going to change over here. Okay. That is not what I wanted. Desktop. Nope, how about this one? Okay, and I think we're still going to be able to open up ZXW. Okay, so here we go, ZXW. Mm-hmm. All right, so the uninstallation of that, restart later. We don't need to. And is ZXW alive? Bam, we're alive. Okay, so back to where I was trying to show y'all. Let's go back to the iPhone 6s Plus, 6s Plus. Now these people do something very nice where they kind of give you a solution list. Um, touch, if I just put IC touch, it's gonna actually highlight. Where is it at? It normally highlights it for me, but I'm not seeing it doing it here. Okay, no big deal if it doesn't. But this is pretty much where our problem is at in this case. This right here is going to be our touch IC, and this is usually what causes the problem right at L1. So this line right here, or M1, one of these two usually breaks. So let's go ahead and see which one's the one that's broken. So that IC that I was showing y'all happens to be this one right here. And man, that is blurry. There you go. So somewhere in here, let me zoom in a little bit more. There's a line that goes either to that one or to that one. One of those two is usually the line that breaks somewhere right along this path. So anyways, let's remove that and see where we get. Let's put a little bit of flux. This thing's probably going to put a whole bunch. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. No biggie. Leave that there for now. I'm just going to use some of that to put it all around everywhere. And the rest of it, I'll pick it up with that. Perfect. And where's my favorite tweezers for ICs? Alright, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. I'm also going to put oh, so right now I'm warming up the whole board. I don't want to go in directly with the heat. Just like glass, anything in general, when it's cold, you don't want to get it hot instantly, or when it's hot, you don't want to cool it off instantly. Gonna put a little more flux on there. And I'm gonna get ready to get it off. And that's so the IC comes off without a problem. And the IC, it's rarely bad. The main issue is, like I mentioned, the pad. And we're gonna go ahead and zoom in and see if we have that particular issue here, which is gonna be kind of hard for you guys to see, but and this, how hot is this? I might lose it out of focus. Anyway, so if I press this down on the table, I lose focus, you guys lose focus. There you go. So let's see if we do have that. Let me get a little closer look here. Usually it's going to be the M1 pads. It's going to be the second one that's broken in there. So in this case, it's going to be this one. And ouch, that nickel. So let's just see here. Let's double check this one too. Oh, look at that. Just by just barely nudging it, the whole freaking pad ripped off. And it came off. It's gone. See, they're not supposed to do that. These are all pretty solid. But that one, the second I nudged it, boom, came right off. So, as usual, that's a problem. So let's go ahead and clean this up real quick. Turn these things on. Let's put some more flux in there. Clean up these pads real quick. And hopefully I don't cause a mess, because I've done it before. Turn on the fume extractor real quick. Let's put some more flux in there. Some people tend or actually use the wick for the pad. I myself don't like to. Uh, but again, it's all up to you on how you like to do it. For me, this works just fine. Uh, if I do see anything that's kind of still lifted high or anything, then I'll go over it again. But we really don't need any of that. You can clearly see where the pad's missing. But anyways, check out the other ones. Everything else looks good. And there you go. Now we got to reball this little guy because the chip is fine. The chip is rarely ever bad. It's usually just the darn um pads where it breaks off. Okay. Clean off all the pads. Hey, where you going, little fella? All right. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just get most of it, everything off of it. Okay. That works for me. And now we clean all this mess. Stop running. Trying to help you. Trying to give you a bad. Come back. Alrighty, so now that we have that, this is a 6S, 6 Plus, iPhone 6 Plus. So we find a stencil for it, and let's see, where is this IC chip? Um, is it this one? That looks about the right one for here. So that's to reball this IC chip. Oh yeah, it's horrible for you guys. To get more of an idea. Nope. Nope. Okay, it's not going to be perfect for you guys to see, but I'm going to do my best to show you. So now, where is our paste? 6337. Let me grab. Now this is tricky because if you do it right, you do it once. Don't do it right, you could do this 4 or 5 times. You decide. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and give this icy chip some fresh balls. Nice fresh balls. And you guys will see the process on how they transform from this paste, which this paste is actually little tiny solder balls. I mean, they're microscopic, but they call it solder paste. And I'm going to try to rush it, see if I can do this once without having to redo it. Alright, here we go. It's forming up, and balls everywhere. Look at that, look at that. Beautiful. Woo! Okay, let it dry real quick, and those balls look beautiful. So now let's get the IC off from there and show you guys exactly what just happened. You see all those beautiful balls? Beautiful balls. Okay, anyways, I don't have much time again. So now I'm going to hit it with hot air just to make sure, because I see some that are not so good. So now that they're free, these balls will solidify one more time into perfect round balls. And now we got perfect round balls all even. Beautiful. So this is ready to put back on here, and there's only one problem. I didn't see what direction this darn chip went in. Um, so because of that, I'm gonna have to look at another board real quick to look at the direction of the way that IC chip went. Um, the challenge here is finding another board at the 6 Plus, which this looks like 6 Plus. Yep, 6 Plus. Okay, so let me just peel off this, and all I have to look, it's the position that this IC chip's supposed to be. There's a little dot that marks it, and usually I look at it, but being that I'm trying to rush through this one, let me show you real quick. You see that little dot? That dot right there is what marks the direction of it. So in this case, that's where it's got to go. Not to mention, we still have to run a wire on our pad that's missing down there. So we have our IC ready. Let's run a quick wire now. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time in this video. I really hope I do, but something tells me I am not going to. And that's not going to be fun. I wanted to show you guys the whole process. But my darn thing is going to run out. Awesome. That turned out just fine. Oh, and I guess I wish you guys were looking at that, but it didn't happen. Okay. So now we're going to put the jumper. We actually got to tin that one too. Alright, where's my tweezers? I don't know why I'm doing it without tweezers. Alrighty, so we got that one into place. That pad wanted to get out of the way. Now we just gotta cut this right. Alright. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Let me clean this up. It's a little fuzzy, but we pretty much just put a jumper wire in there. To reposition it the same way that that's supposed to be. Alright, so zoom back out real quick. Put a little bit of flux. This thing likes to squirt a lot at once. Alright, so which way we put this motherboard this way, and what way we said the IC chip went. That's not the one. That's the one. So the dot points to the top. All right, so we are gonna place this there. All right, and now we hit it with heat. Let's focus, make sure we stay in focus so you guys can see. Make sure nobody's about to walk in. Let's push this up just a bit forward. There we go. There we go. Alright, so here we go. So we want to warm up the rest of the board first, slowly. Just gradually kind of warm everything up. Makes it a lot easier. Try not to keep the heat in one spot. And now we work and focus on our main target. And I just saw it jumped into place. Let's give it a little nudge. There we go. And that's it. This repair is done. My battery is going to die on this darn computer. So I won't be able to probably have time to assemble it real quick. But I'm just cooling off the board real quick. And then I'm going to brush it off real quick. If it wasn't because of that whole ZXW problem, I would have probably been able to get everything on here. But who knows, we might still be able to. Still got a little bit of time left. Anyway, so let's go back here real quick. I'm just going to clean this off. And we want to hope that everything, our jumper, everything sat down where it's supposed to. Clean all these ICs. Make it look like nobody was even here. While the board is still hot and warm, let's place this cover back on here. And let's do this real quick. All right. Now, I'm not going to connect everything right this second. I just want to connect it, make sure that it boots, and show that everything is back to normal. One thing I didn't get was the customer's passcode on this one to get in there and actually test it, but we should be able to see it before, even without logging into the actual phone. Trying to see if I can do this before the battery fully dies, but I don't think I'm gonna have luck. Bam. Okay, that's in, that's in, that's in, that's in. Okay, so technically we don't need all this other extra stuff to be plugged in right now. And we still got power over there. Anyway, so we're plugging up all this stuff. And let's just La cucaracha, la cucaracha, ya no puede caminar. Do we have time? Do we have time? And the battery's dead. No. Oh, we didn't plug in that one connector for the power. All right, what did I miss? That's there, that's there, that's there. Everything's connected. Let's see, what are we doing or what are we not doing? Are we drawing power? Are we getting power before our battery dies? It's not even drawing power. Okay, so it's not booting up. Definitely dead battery, dead something. We could have gotten too hot. Hold on, give me 1 second, cause I'm getting hot with having all this heaters around me. So let's pull this out real quick just to see what could have gone wrong, which is perfect. Let's disconnect everything. Disconnect, 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 disconnect. Disconnect, disconnect. All right, so let's just double check and double look at the board on the bottom just to make sure that we did place the IC on the correct position, which I believe we did. Just gotta double check. I see the dot up at the top. Dot is up at the top. Just doing a quick comparison. And yeah, it looks like everything's connected fine. Let's go to the XW just to see. That's the ground. Okay, so worst case scenario, that jumper could have jumped to ground and it's shorting itself. So let's take a look at that. Let's pull the IC off real quick and see where we're at. Um, Actually, let's check this too. So from there, it goes to where? Does it go any other connection where we can test point? Oh, look, it goes all the way over here. So what we can do is, let's see, where is that? Oh, so we can troubleshoot to see if we have a short to ground on there. Let's really quick, we'll be able to troubleshoot that and find out if we do have a short to ground. Let's go back over here, here. Okay, so let's troubleshoot real quick and see if we do in fact have a short to ground. Since it goes to that leg. Let's see if it's shorted. Nope. It's not grounded. So let's just reflow this whole IC chip one more time just to make sure that it's all in there good. Let me heat up the whole board real quick. Yeah, that chip it's there. That chip is solid in there without a doubt. So if that doesn't bring it back to life, this would be a first case where something else went bad. And there's not a lot of room for this to be bad. So I'm just cooling the board real quick by my hand, slowly. And let's connect this. Kind of even want to. Do I have one of my own batteries here? That's what this is. Nope, that's not the right one. How about this one? Yep, that's the one, 6 plus. And now we need the power button to tell this thing to turn on. I could jump it, but I'm just gonna use this instead. Hey, it turned on. Maybe you just needed a quick reflow. Maybe I didn't connect it properly all the way. So, yep. Let me move this darn thing out of the way. My laptop's about to die, but there you have it. I'm just gonna wait for it to boot back on. And phone's disabled, but we shouldn't have that line up at the top. If we go to emergency, our touch is working. It's hard to get it to focus, but you know, touch is working fine, and we're not gonna get that thing up at the top anymore. So this one is a fix. Cancel that, cancel. Now it's disabled for 1 hour, which it usually happens when the Touch ID is doing that. But anyways, that was quick. For a second, I thought something else might have gone bad, and possibly we just didn't heat the Touch IC enough. Till next time, see ya. Gotta go.